No then. Hello everybody, how are we doing? Sorry about that. I was just washing my hair, okay? We had to go out, so I wanted to get in and quickly wash my hair. I had to shower the dog. I had to shower Gizmo because Gizmo was a bit messy from the field. I'm here now. I'm here. Right then. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. So what we're going to do tonight, because the football's still on, isn't it? So is it 1-1? I've been washing my hair, so I haven't really seen it. But right, guys, let me know the score, please, if you don't mind. Now, I used to be a massive footy fan, right? A huge footy fan. And ever since they took the knee, I've not watched any football. I really haven't. And it's difficult because I was a big football fan at one time. I just can't watch it anymore. So, right, okay. 67 likes. Thanks for being here, folks. 1-1, I thought so, yeah. Hi, everybody. Just let me know. Is Millie here? Millie, did you get my email? I don't know if you got my email or not. Very tense. There is a towel on my head. Yes. There is a towel on my head. Right, okay. So what we're going to do, apologies for the slight delay because I've not been very well, but we're going to do this now. I'm still full of stuff, but it's still 1-1 on the football. I'm just watching the news now, so I will keep you updated if you're here and you're not watching the footy. So there was a call came into a TikToker. Now, I haven't even heard this call myself, right? I'm not going to say hello to everybody because there's too many people here, but I just want to say a blanket hello to everybody. I really appreciate, but I can't speak. I really appreciate you all being here, especially when the footy's on. You could be doing that. So thank you, everybody. And thank you so much for all your support with Gizmo, and just thank you to all the members and everybody. Right, I'm going to continue so we can get through this, but thank you guys for being here. If it's going a bit fast, I can slow it down a little bit. Still feeling unwell, Beck. Getting there though. Thanks for asking. Right, okay. So there was a call went into a TikToker. Yeah, I've cancelled it on the other one, Joe. So I'm going to stop reading the chat because I'm getting distracted. Hello, welcoming everybody. So there was a call came into a TikToker last week. So what we're going to do, we're going to listen to it. We're going to break it down. We're going to listen to a bit. I'm going to pause it and give you my opinion. I've only heard a little bit of it. I felt really bad today, to be honest. So let me just grab this call. Amethyst and memberships are on here now. I know you asked me the other day, sweetheart. Just to let you know. All right. So the person who called in, I'm going to get this up now. Just give me a sec. Hold on. The person who called in to this TikToker, basically, we have no way of verifying that this is real. So what I've said is, I believe that I'm 99% sure that this is a crank, a hoax, or whatever you want to call it. It's a 21-minute call. Okay. I believe that this is fake, but there is always that tiny weeny 1% chance that this isn't fake. So what we're going to do, we are going to listen to the call, and then I'm going to briefly update you on what happened. So I'm going to give you a quick update. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. I'm going to give you a quick update on what I was told last night. Thank you, sweetheart. If you want to join the membership, you can. You can keep up with all the animals, and also everything that gets shared goes to the animals. Oh, thank you, Joe, my love. All the wildlife. So we're building a haven outside for the wildlife. So, oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Right, I'm going to get into this call now. So when we've listened to this, we'll make a decision. Now, again, I just want to say this is 99% going to be fake, right? If England score or Spain score, let me know. it's 99% fake, but there's always that little 1% chance. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. There's always that little 1% chance. So let's listen to it, and then I will give you my update from somebody who, the person who has given me this information. Hi, Space Cat. The memberships are off now on the other one, sweetheart, just to let you know. Was your membership on the other one? I can't remember. So the person who gave me this information is a very reliable source. Now, there's two people, there's a team of them, one or two people, maybe more, and they were working on the Nicola Bulley case, and that is how they know me. Now, they've been giving me quite a lot of information throughout this, and I've held back because I wanted something concrete. Now, they've given me a lot of information, and they've also given me a lot of information on the suitcase murders as well. So we're going to keep it all. Let me just give you a wrench, Mr. Pebble. I'm just going to focus on this for now, but I do want to do a live stream on the suitcase murders because they have given me some fantastic information. One of them has been down to Bristol and is actually interviewing people down there. So it's going to blow your mind, but we're going to focus on this for now. Okay. So we're going to listen to the call. And this is a person who is apparently a cousin of Lucy's roommate, right? It's probably not real, right? But, you know, let's just give it a chance. And they're saying that it was all a scam. Now, this will tie in with what I've been told today from my source. But yeah, I will be doing the suitcase. But anyway, here we go. Let's make sure the volume's up.
Good evening.
All right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, so what have you got to say, mate?
My cousin works in Playa del Americas behind one of the bars, and they work with Lucy's roommate. I won't obviously give any names because I'm assuming that's not the right thing to be doing. But yeah, my cousin said that on Friday when they went into work in the evening, they normally go.
Is it true that Spain's just scored? Sorry, Spain scored 2-1. Okay. Was it before the end? Yeah. Yeah, dodgy accent. This is, like I say, guys, this is probably fake. All right. This is most likely going to be fake. Okay. I am not saying for 1 second that I believe this call. I'm 99% sure it's fake. All right. But I've had so many people asking me to give it a chance. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, here we go.
For around about 7 o'clock to set up for the evening. Lucy's roommate come in and said that their apartment was searched that day by police and another authority. That was on the Friday of last week.
What was the date of that?
You'd have to double check. I'm not too sure, but they obviously that wasn't announced anywhere because they can't be giving up people's addresses and where people are staying. But this was a place in Playa del Americas, which is where most of the staff out there work. Now, you've got to bear in mind that 90%, I'd probably say, bear in mind, I've done 6 summers myself out in Tenerife. In Playa, I lived in Los Cristianos and Playa, and that's where the majority of all workers live as well. But have you noticed that in any statements all over the media, not a single worker has been interviewed?
No.
And there's a reason for that, because obviously all workers have been told that anyone who talks to any press, anyone who talks to...
Right, I'm going to break this down, right? I just want to say now, no matter what you think of this call, he is spot on, okay? There's been no workers interviewed. And I just want to say something else. Do you remember last week when the police, I did cover it, the police said something that gives this more credibility? Hi, Bev, by the way, I've missed you, darling. If you remember, the police said, we believe we will find Jay alive. All right. I'm not very well. But have you got this as well? Oh my God, darling. I'm so sorry. Everyone's got this. Paula's been poorly as well. Furry's been poorly as well. There's a load of... I'm getting distracted by chat again. That's what happens. I'm not going to look at chat, okay? I'm not being rude, but I've got to ignore chat, okay? Now, remember, they gave up the search on the mountain after 2 weeks and a day, right? They gave up the search, and the police said, the case is open. This is what the police said. The case is open. We have stopped the search on the mountain, but we are following other lines of inquiry. So they never said that they were closing it down. Number two, they said a few days ago that they believe that Jay is alive. They believe they can find him alive, and that they believe he is not on the mountain. So let's just put this. Common sense tells you, right? Hope you feel better soon, Bev, love. Common sense tells you. So if the Spanish police don't believe he's on the mountain, but they believe he's alive, that means one of two things. He's being held, because he's not lost on the mountain. He's being held, or he's hiding somewhere. Okay, so this is what. So the police are kind of telling us. They're kind of giving us information. Daisy, apparently they've got photos proof, but they're waiting for it to come in. I think there's people over there. It's hard to say. All right. And also the GoFundMe, I'm sorry, but I totally understand them doing the GoFundMe once the police had stopped searching. Okay. But what I don't get is a couple of days. Sorry, Al's just showing me. Can you talk to me after? No. Just look, we'll talk about this after, okay? Sorry about this, guys. He's just doing something in the lounge with the bunnies. He's put a new hay rack up. So he's asking which way it goes. I'll talk to you after, all right? Sorry about that. So the Spanish police are kind of telling us there that they believe that Jay's alive. They actually said, we believe we can find Jay alive. And I'm sorry, but this GoFundMe set up 2 or 3 days after didn't make any sense. Let's get Jay home. And they were spending it before the search stopped. Now, I've been told today, I'm not sure how true it is. It was, yeah, Pete. Hi, Martin. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I've been told today that the mum, Debbie Duncan, is buying a house over there. I find that a bit strange. All right. I don't know if this is true, but we'll get there. Let's listen to some more of this. It's not finished, is it not? Really? It's is it on extra time? Okay.
Anyone asking questions, they'll lose their job, they'll lose their accommodation there and then.
So yeah, what I wanted to say was, he's right about that one. Okay, he's right about that one. They haven't interviewed any staff, but remember, this is Spain, and the police don't give much away over there. But have you noticed how they don't want our police involved? Because they know the drug problem over there. There's no way the police couldn't stop all these druggies. They could if they wanted to. Spain has won 2-1. Right, thank you. There's me bet gone down. It was only a couple of quid, and I wouldn't have won much anyway, but oh well.
So they've all been
bet on Spain. I knew I should have bet on Spain.
Made well aware, and also as well understand that the majority of workers out there are 18 years old, up to probably the age of around about 30, living their best life, working 6 days a week. They're about to go into peak season out there, but workers do know a lot of information. They stick together, and again, I can talk to that. Like I can say from experience myself, they do. And again, they've all been so they're all quite scared about that. but
For
they're
sure.
just carrying on with day by day as general. They all go to work, they all stick together, they all go out with one another after work finishes to the places that are left open. All other bars all know one another. They all get cheap drinks. You know, majority of the time don't even have to pay. So,
Well,
but
that's
listen,
standard
people
across
talk.
a lot of the Spanish resort
Yeah,
areas.
it is.
Yeah.
Anywhere for that matter. Like I worked in Cyprus, in Ayia Napa as well. So yeah, it does. It's the same everywhere. Workers stick together, but they, as I say, it's, to me, from what I've been told, I believe it to be 100% true because Lucy apparently the next day then flew out to Lanzarote to allegedly go and stay with family. So anyone, and again, that's come right from her roommate direct.
Yeah.
And anyone.
Yeah, slurping's annoying. It's literally eating the microphone. You can tell that whoever's doing this person is not used to being on a stream. You can tell that he's never done it before, because when you're used to streaming, you know not to eat the microphone. So there's little giveaways there that he's not done this before. Now I can't hear any chuckling or anything like that. So if this is fake, he's a good actor, all right. But he is right that there's no one been interviewed that we have seen who were part of it all, you know. But anyway, let's keep going. If you don't, guys, if you've listened to this before, don't feel like you have to listen, all right? Because I've only heard bits of it, so I'm giving it some. I'm going to listen to it all, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, England lost because we're shit. Gareth Southgate has to go. I don't know how we got this far. Hi, Danny.
Saying, oh yeah, she's out there or she's returned to England is not true. And I spoke to my cousin yesterday before they went to work, and yeah, they confirmed that she was still out there in Lanzarote.
Right. Now, this was a few days ago, this call. Like I say, I've not covered it because I've not been well, right? I just want to add that I had, there was a newspaper article came out just 3 days ago that said that she'd just gone home and that Brad had just gone home, all right? You're all right, DJ Rockford. Take your time, my friend. It is a mess, Daisy, I agree. I don't know yet, Martin. I haven't even got into that bit yet, mate.
Whether she's hiding out there or whatever, but what they did confirm was that when the police and whatever other authority it was that searched the apartment there, they were informed that Jay was there. That's the reason why that got searched, and that was like 2 or 3 days after the Airbnb got searched.
Right.
So they searched that apartment because they were told on good information that he was there.
Right.
And she stays, this is Lucy, apparently stays between 2 places, a place in Playa and a place in Los Cristianos.
Yep.
And again, if you know them areas, you'll know they're not massively far from one another. Still a drive to Los Cristianos or a bus, but that's where she spends most of her time between them 2 places. So they didn't find anything there. They were looking apparently for belongings of his, and the other authority took some DNA evidence, which is what they took apparently at the Airbnb there as well, because there's been amongst workers believe that there's been quite a few different sightings of him in a few different places, not obvious places, but they also believe that at one point one of the workers was hiding him there as well, which I think possibly that may have been searched also. I don't know that for definite. My cousin didn't confirm that. But they said that amongst workers, it was believed that a worker was hiding him somewhere. And yeah, that's, as of yesterday, that's all the information I know.
Now, just to give, and we'll dress this up as pure speculation.
Absolutely.
Just to give your opinion, do you believe that they were housing him, looking after him, keeping him somewhere, not under any restriction, but as in because he was fearful or because he was trying to keep a low profile or what? Hard to
say because, you know, if you go on every single conspiracy theory that's been put out there as it stands at the minute, you know, this one where they keep going on about I think, again, forgive me, I don't know what words you can use or can't use on here, but the drug element, the theft element, you know, and that, and you got to bear in mind that, you know, when you hear things like that, if anyone, you know, knows anything really about that.
Do you know what's more annoying than the slurping? The theft instead of theft. Hello, Dross. Yeah, the slurping is annoying, but it could be a case of he's really nervous and he's drinking something. He could be drunk. I don't know. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, we've got to listen to this to get to the conclusion of this call. I've only heard bits of it myself. I'm hearing a lot of this for the first time myself. I know a lot of you have already heard it. But yeah, let's listen to some more. So he's not sure why he's hiding, is what he's saying at the moment. Is basically, is he scared or not? The fact that Lucy did that GoFundMe in 2 to 3 days, not the family, and at first the family didn't support the GoFundMe, to me screams that it's some sort of setup. Now, whether Jay's involved in it or that he's just been, you know, told this is what's going to happen, we're going to pay your debt off because you're going to go missing, we're going to do a GoFundMe and then we're going to release you, or we're going to just say that you've appeared somewhere. I don't know. This is getting close now to a conclusion, I feel. I don't know about you guys, but I do believe that we are getting close to something, whether he's going to be found or alive. I hope to God alive. We did lose Mel. Oh well.
And no one's going on holiday, because let's bear in mind the lad's gone on holiday apparently for his first time.
Right.
He's not going to be going on holiday at 19 years old, being given a large quantity of the word I just mentioned earlier. It's honestly, some of the stuff is just so unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
and you having worked out there in those kind of fields yourself,
would
you
never
know
happen. Not
in a million years. The firms that run those places wouldn't trust a 19-year-old kid with a product.
No, they just wouldn't. And even at that festival, let's just say the lad was there again. Speculation. Let's just say the lad was there.
Well, he was there.
Let's say helping that.
We know he was there. There's video of him there. But hello, Kitty love. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. I'm literally catching the odd bit of chat. Okay. He's right about that. He's right. Why would these drug gangs give a 19-year-old, and I do believe they're all young, so the age isn't really a thing, but it's his first holiday abroad. You know, it's his first time. I doubt that he would be trusted with a load of drugs. So I think he's right about that. I really do. Be interesting to see what AI thinks as well, Mr. Bunny. Please hit the like, folks, if you enjoy the content. It lets me know what you guys like and what you don't.
Trade, if you like. He's still not going to be walking around with £30,000 worth of, you know, and it's
not even 500. Like, it's just unnecessary, and it
just would never happen.
Hi, Ali. How you doing, darling? Do you think this call's real, sweetheart? Just let me know.
And the watch thing, I think there's. I mean, that's from what I've been told, 100% true. And the other thing as well, it's just amazing. I don't
you're
get
told
people,
this by.
That's a known thing. That's amongst workers. That's a known thing. But you got to bear in mind that lad had only been out there, I think, a couple of days. Obviously, that Lucy was introducing him and his group of friends to all the different workers that she knew. There was after parties and that every night, from day parties, etc.
Which is standard.
And it is. And let's have a look as well. Any single highlight of the lad.
Sounds like he's in a bar or something, doesn't it? St. Philip's Cove. Yeah, you can certainly find the teens. And also you got to remember, like I said, that the Spanish police have said he's not on. They don't think he's on the mountain, right? Not on the mountain. So what does that mean? And also the fact that they searched the Airbnb is, I think they were bless you. I think the reason why they were at the Airbnb is not what they could find; it was what they couldn't find. Yeah, it was what I don't think his DNA is in there. I think that's what they were doing. You know. Well, don't just look. If this is too insignificant to bother with, then you're very insignificant to listen to, aren't you? If you want to be here, you can. Now you can give it out. You can take it back. All right.
That's in question here. Every time you've seen him, he looks like he's, under the influence of alcohol, potentially. Yeah, and that's because that's what 19-year-olds do when they go on holiday. That's just.
And like I said, the statement that the Spanish police released to the press, saying about how it's now not, it's never been, or whatever, it's not a missing person feared dead. They're not investigating that. They're looking at other lines of inquiries. To me, that's...
Well, that kind of confirmed it for me as well when what my cousin said was sort of like, not that, that they wouldn't lie to me, and that's the honest truth, they wouldn't. But to hear that what these Spanish authorities have said, they are getting information every day of sightings of where he is, and obviously you're going to go with ones that are believable and not.
So you're saying people have seen him on the island, or they think
people have it's been known to them, and I think that.
Now, I just want to add as well. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. We're going to listen to the call today, but I've got photos of that do look like Jay. All right. Separate to my source, who I don't think I can name at the moment. All right. And not unless you want me to, because they may or may not be in the chat right now. I've seen some other photos. Joss is just being a knob. He's a troll. Okay. Now I'm sure he can take it. He gives it so he can take it. If you can't take it, don't give it. But there is photos of him. I agree, Danny. I think Danny's spot on here. I don't know, Kelly. That's a good question. So, hi, Saskia, my love. Yeah, he's just being a knob. He just wants to cause a distraction. That's better off just ignoring him.
I don't want to get his name wrong, but there's some investigator that's into the is it Mark someone?
Yes.
He also mentioned it, didn't he, on one of his updates, if you like, that they're looking at different lines of inquiries where sightings of him have been highlighted, I think, from different places. But
now, in terms of this watch, because this is something that hasn't, there's been no evidence of this. There's only been hearsay and a very dodgy screenshot of a chat and a Snapchat. There's only been that and Mark Thompson alluding to it, but never really readdressing it. What evidence, other than just people talking on the strip, of this has the watch? What evidence is there of the watch was actually taken by Jay?
Again, I will only go on what's been said, and that was that a watch was taken from someone who was heavily drunk, who was taken advantage of, and I think that after, by the sounds of it, he's got himself a little bit scared when he's worked out that person wasn't just a nobody out there.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but can I ask, have you ever had a Rolex watch or an AP?
Yeah, it wasn't a Rolex, just to clarify that as well. Let me tell you something else as well that goes on Veronica's strip. So that's the main area, by the way, of where you get quite an influx of people, and it's a known thing that there's organised, I won't say which ethnic group does it, but there's an organised ethnic group that look to steal wallets, watches, bags,
that's known,
cash. That has gone on
since Veronica was around.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's a known thing. The police are aware of it. They always try and make out, but it's very, very well organised because these people they get into the bars, they get into the clubs there. It's gone on. The groups of people, I could tell you over the time that I was there, that you'd meet and they'd tell you, oh, I've just been over such and such, and this one's had this stolen, this one's had that taken. And they always prey on those that are most drunk.
Is it established that he stole the watch on the night before he went to the Airbnb? Is this what you're saying? Because
Yeah,
by all accounts, Jay wasn't in any condition to steal the watch.
No.
Or was it a situation of what's the he's
I
found,
know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. Well,
The yacht theory is what I was saying in the first place. We don't know whether he got on. He's got no passport. Yeah, Susie, thank you, love. He's got no passport. So how do we know he's not buggered off on a boat somewhere? You know, and he's not still out there somewhere. Good to see you, Chartel, love.
well, again, I can only go on what I was told, and that
Exactly.
was that he was definitely involved in taking that watch, and he had that watch. And now, whether them people at that apartment knew that and wanted it, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, did you not say Lucy tried to get protection to get herself out of the country?
Yeah, she phoned the British Embassy. I don't know if have you seen all the phone calls she's alleged to have made, like not long after this, to all the different. And you'd think like, wow, you've pulled them out really quick without getting hold of all these numbers. She's done that because which is why I'm going, you know, kind of. What's gone on here? Does she know more than what she's letting on? She probably knows these people who are involved in where certain things get stolen out there, etc. And again, it's a hard one to tell. But why is she so scared? And why also after that apartment search? And bear in mind that her and the roommate both had to be present with the landlord. They didn't search either of them two. But they did.
Marcus, right. I understand you're frustrated if you don't, you know, want to listen to somebody else's point of view, but don't tell someone to shut up, okay? Can we all just be respectful of each other's, you know, we don't have to be rude, do we? If someone believes that he's alive, or if someone believes that he's dead or whatever, we have to just respect other people's opinions. You know, they might be right, they might be wrong. But let's just be nice, yeah? Not be rude to each other, okay?
Searched the apartment, and they'll say there was two different authorities there. One was the police, and another one was guys that were trying to get forensic evidence, I believe, DNA, from what, again, I've only been told. You've got to wonder why then the next day she flies out to Lanzarote to allegedly be going to stay with family that are out there. And she, for what she's involved in out there, apparently this is another thing as well. She wouldn't really be leaving this time of year when they're going into peak season. Well, in regards to the embassy thing, it only clicked to me because when my cousin mentioned that so when this was first going on, she was still making herself quite relevant around the area of Playa. And again, you know, if anyone who's on here knows and has been to Playa, you would know that area. You would know what goes on around there. You'd know it's a very vibrant area at night time, particularly the season that they're in at the moment. And yeah, while she's trying to make herself busy in the sense of they're looking for him, obviously other workers that know her certainly have a different opinion in how she conducts herself out there. So
she's not doing herself any favours.
How many years has she been going over there? Do you know?
Who, the roommate or Lucy?
Lucy.
Not a clue. I don't listen. I'll be very, very clear. I don't know that girl. I don't even know the roommate. What I do know is my cousin works.
This is the guy, Ali, who he rang up this TikToker. He is the cousin of Lucy's roommate, right? Now, is that Maria? Okay, Marcus, okay. Making shit up, okay. Where's Maria? I can't see her. Chat's moving too quickly for me. Okay, apologies, Marcus, but either way, I don't think she's making it up, but, you know, what I don't get, high close to 7, what I can't get my head around is she's 18 and she's apparently got 3 kids. Now, that is possible, just about, blimey, but let's just say that's true. why would you be at 18? The holidays that she's having like 12 a year or something. There's no way on earth you could be a mother to 3 children at 18 and bugger off all over the world. It's so bizarre. Now, 18-year-olds that you look on social media that are jetting off everywhere, you get a lot of influencers. They haven't got kids, have they? So has the mother got custody of the children? Because the children would rarely see her if that is the case. I can't get my head around she's got 3 children. I don't know if Millie could do a bit of looking into this, who is our expert. I can't see Maria, and I don't know why. Unless it's just moving too quickly.
Works with the roommate. The roommate
and there's a tight net.
Yeah, there is, and workers stick together. And like I already mentioned, as Unit's already said, there clearly understands how it works. I've done 6 years, as I say, out in Tenerife myself. I very much know how it works out there. I've not just done Tenerife; I've worked others as well.
And there are many clubs that will actually either take your passport or not to fuck with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the reason why they
together, they all do.
So there is a very much a code of ethics between people not to talk or not to fuck people over or not to steal, not to cross anybody.
They're a class of their own workers, and everyone knows them. If you go out there at the start of the season, you get introduced very quickly to all owners of all bars. You all know where to go when you finish work. They all stick together. They do stuff on their.
I just want to say as well that that we know that the drugs are flooded in all these clubs over there, right? So there's someone flooding them, and the police must know who this is. So you think about it, if you're going over there, I've not been over there myself, but I know for a fact that people have been over. You go to a club or a rave or a festival, you will be offered drugs. So there clearly are these drug runners who are working for these bigger gangster type people. So it is very plausible that Lucy, I know people are saying there's no proof, but it is very plausible that Lucy is one of these drug runners. Or there's gonna be them over there. You'll often find them. I know when I've been out up Broad Street when I was younger, and you often find them giving out leaflets and saying, "Come to this club," and then they'll say, "And also, while you're there, do you want some of this?" They're offering you drugs, and they're usually quite young, and that they're just little people, aren't they? You're going to get some money for it, so. It's entirely plausible that Lucy was one of them. I'm not saying she is for definitely, but there's someone is giving out the drugs. Someone is not giving out. Someone is selling the drugs at the actual clubs and so on. So it's implausible that Lucy was one of them.
Their days off together. That's how it is, and they've all been told that they are not under any circumstances allowed to talk to any press. Anyone asking questions, any media of any way, shape or form, don't put nothing on any of your socials. And they have all been told they'll lose their jobs and accommodation if they do so. And I think a lot of them know that probably more would happen as well. So
I think that's obvious, isn't it? Because you would have thought a lot of people would have came out now.
This is it. You would have seen a lot more.
And that's what I mean. We're 4 weeks in. And you've got to wonder
so many phones and so many people on social. Why has there not been so much been posted?
Why has not a single employee been interviewed by the media as of yet?
Yeah, well, the thing is, because it's in Spain. I think that's why they're not going to. Then, if it was over here, they would be being interviewed. Now, I did manage to find an article where there was one bar owner interviewed, but there's been none of these young people being interviewed. And somebody asked, why is it getting so much attention? That's a really good question. So, over the next weeks. I'm gathering up. There's a lot of missing people over there, and we're going to be doing a bit of deep diving if that's what people want. I know people seem to like the true crime stuff over here. Bit of deep diving into all the people that are missing, and if there's any sort of correlation between the same clubs, the same areas, and all these other people that seem to have disappeared because they're not getting anything. No one's even talking about them. Why is that? So. Anyway, let's keep going. I just want to say as well, the mother, I'm sorry, but she still gives me weird vibes. Some of the things, hello Maria, some of the things she said, I'll give you a wrench. How you doing, sweetheart? Some of the things that she said during the first and the second interview was so bizarre. They really were. At one point, I want to put all the interviews together during the live stream and listen to them all. Just really weird things like, I wanted you to go have a lovely time, and I really wanted you to go. Now, you'd think that she'd be like the opposite to that. Like, I was nervous about him going, but she was like, I wanted him to go. I pushed him to go. And it's like, that you wouldn't say that. You'd be like, oh, I wish he wouldn't have gone. I knew he shouldn't have gone, you know. I wish I could go back in time, sort of thing. It was just, yeah, Toyota own exactly. Simples. That was a really strange thing to say by the dad. Hi, Pat. How you doing, my friend? Jackie, hello. Pat and Jackie always leave lovely comments in my comment section. So I just want to say thank you as well, because I know you don't make a lot of live streams. They have actually, GB, they have actually done that. Ali has done a lot of research on the Nicola Bulley case, and one of her team, can we mention who one of your team is? Because some people might know him by Substack.
Yeah, you know, take that as you will.
I mean, I'm assuming the staff can speak to the police, obviously, or is it the bars that are basically saying don't speak at all?
Yeah,
you know?
So the bar, and as I say, the bar my cousin works in is, I would like to think, still one of the biggest, if not, I would say but there are a lot out there that, you know, get a lot of influx this time of year. They have all been told by all owners, they were all called to meetings to say what will happen if they are found out to be talking to or distributing any information on socials or speaking to anyone out there that comes and asks some questions about that person or anyone else.
Yeah. And does that include the police, or would they be open?
That will be including the
that
police
will
as
include
well.
Police, yeah. So in other words, they won't have all of that evidence, is what I'm thinking, in their pocket.
Which is why, which I know to be true, because the roommate of Lucy's, she had to be there present when that apartment was searched, her, Lucy, and the landlord as well, whilst the police and whichever other authority it was that was there to search that apartment. And again, because the information that I was told was that they believed that he was there hiding. And as it stands out, it clearly wasn't. He's been reported seeing in quite a few different places. And
even now,
it's true is that he has been reported watching the Euros, and when I sort of laughed at that. I think we all did, but when you actually look into the articles, it was actually locals. It wasn't like tourists that were reporting it. It was actually locals. So I'm just going to play some more.
It passed during the searching. He's been seen.
Again, I only spoke to my cousin not yesterday, the day before, obviously, and he said again, it's all talk amongst workers that he's been spotted in quite a few different places.
And you would
that
say
must hold some truth to it, because the news reports today are all talking how he's very positive, as if he is still around and he's still alive. They've not gone into any detail of what's gave him them thoughts, but it does sound like they've got some reason to believe that he could still be alive.
Yeah, and the police know as well. They're not going to get nothing out of any of the workers. They're not going to get any information out of the workers. They haven't even tried interviewing any of the workers. They've not asked, oh, well, who's this one? Who works there? They that Lucy come forward herself. She's not actually an official worker for anywhere. With again what she's involved in out there, but
so
she's
she
the one
is
that's
involved in stuff out there, then, mate. She is.
What was that? What was that? Sorry.
In your belief, is she involved in all that sort of stuff out there?
Oh, that's 100%. She is, and it's not like her first skedaddle, if you like, of being involved in it. She's been doing it for quite some time. From again, what's been said, because the roommate, she lives with her, but the roommate is an actual worker out there. She works at the bar, whereas Lucy does not, and she's meeting different people in different places in X, Y, and Z, and
but still in staff accommodation.
And if you know how that works, you'll know exactly what.
Another quick question: out of like the workers' side of it, like when you were working out there, did people randomly just go missing for a few days and stuff? What I meant by that was missing, as in getting involved with dodgy people and then things happening. Is what I meant.
Yeah, that's people
Does
are
it
going
go
to
on?
want to, as I
Does
say,
it
after
go
a
on?
festival. Yeah, of course it does. People, again, I'll go from the times I was out there.
That's what I meant.
You know,
when
saying
you
that,
were there,
my mate, we've lost him. He ain't been back for a couple of days, and that generally does happen. And all of a sudden, they've resurfaced.
but
now,
you wouldn't go and report him missing.
Not the, and that's what she did. She knows everyone out there, and she's reported him missing after a phone call.
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. She knows a lot more than she's letting on, because literally after a phone call, she's phoned up allegedly all these different, you know, police, 911s, was it emergency services, and then British Embassy, all these people. She's wanting to get involved quickly.
That was the bit that I was saying a bit about earlier on. I'm not going to mention names again. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that before. But that was some of the questions that was asked.
And
so, yeah.
She's obviously got some involvement from her side, because she didn't want to be seen on there as well. Any of her media, her eyes are always covered. She didn't want to be shown in that. Yeah, she doesn't want the emphasis on her. And again, from what I've been told, she's apparently made herself busy for the first couple of weeks, setting up the GoFundMes and whatever else, and, you know, helping out, putting these posters up, allegedly. She knows all the workers out there. They all know one another. So that Lucy knows a hell of a lot more than she's let on. And I've listened to that interview probably a good maybe 10 times now, and you can just tell and she might be a little bit scared talking on the news. That's understandable, but she backtracks.
It's not even her voice.
A lot of stuff.
It's not even her voice. It's like an actor's voice talking.
Oh, is it really? What? So it's not actually her voice talking? If you listen to it, and I was talking to a reporter earlier who messaged me, who was in my live, and I said to her, that's why I was going to talk to Thingy after. But it basically, so when she was facing away, that when they do, you know, when someone doesn't want to be known on camera, they have someone. Yeah, normally have a different voice. That's right. Apparently, it was not an AI voice, but like a voice talking.
Was it really? I didn't know that. And she wasn't. I found it quite interesting that. Hi, Lane, love. I found it quite interesting that she had her back to the camera as well. I thought that was really strange. Get in there, Susie. I'm still not. Oh, Dave, let me just give you a wrench, bud. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. D, who is Dave, has been with us years now. He comes in. He's taken a lot of time away from YouTube. I don't blame him. It's so toxic. But he pops in now and again, and it's really good to see you, my friend.
And because it didn't match with her body language or something like that, and I'm really, really grateful for you jumping in here and chatting and all that. You're most welcome. No, absolute pleasure. Thanks for inviting me. And
thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, nice to talking to you all, and hope to speak in the future.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Anyone got this guy's details? The YouTube channel that uploaded this, he's just ripped it from TikTok. It's not his. I have put the link in though, but it's not his call. Gizmo's not doing too good, to be honest. But thanks for asking. He's not been very good. Today he's not eaten really. It's a shame. But thanks for asking. Hi, Cromwell Bear. Right, okay, so now this guy, new hobby, lovely jubbly. This guy here who's just been speaking was the roommate of God. His cousin is Lucy's roommate. And what he's saying is that Jay's still out there hiding. He doesn't know why. Right. Well, I know that the cousin is called Georgina, and is Georgina Lucy's roommate? Is that right? So what I'm going to do, now Ali has given me quite a lot of updates on this. Okay. Let me just get this up now. So there's been quite a few photos that have surfaced of Jay. Now, Ali, have you got any more updates since you last contacted me before I go into this? Because we're not going to be on for much longer because it is so late. But I want to just give you the latest while we're here. But there is so much to go through on this case. There really is. Right, I'm just having a quick look at something. Right, so I'm going to show you now where they state that. I'm going to get this up now. Where they state that Lucy and Brad have flown home, and they only recently flown home. Now, we were told that Lucy went home, was it 2 weeks ago? So it says here, this was from yesterday. No, sorry, this was a few days ago, my mistake. Jay Slater's friends fly home to UK after doing all they can. Both of the friends had a phone call with Jay just hours before. You see, what I find really bizarre is that Brad, he never mentioned nothing about this call. If you remember, he only came out with it about 2 weeks later when that one from hello Sharon love, the one from this morning flew out. I'm just going to just catch up with chat a sec because I've not. Chat's moving so fast. Wasn't he making out his cousin was a guy? I don't think he was really. I don't think he was making out it was one or the other. Yeah, hide and seek. No night space cat love. I just know the name of the apartment Lucy was in with Georgina. It's really weird, Dave, this one. I thought he said it was his cousin's friend who oh gosh, now I'm getting confused again. Isn't it confusing? Oh no, Lucy flew to Bristol and then Lucy went to Lanzarote. Thank you, Sharon. He's asleep here. He's been out tonight. He's just not himself, but he's not been to the park for a few days. He's been playing on the private field, and I think he might be missing his friend, his dog friend. I know that sounds silly, but what's this here? Something on him. I can't reach him though. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we were driving home and we seen his dog friend and the dog's dad, and we pulled over. Gizmo just got so excited. So I thought she went to Cyprus from Bristol. Hi, Bridget. If you're wondering where the I know you had a membership on the other channel. It's moved over to here now. If you want to join, but I'm not having it on 2 channels. It's not fair. I might bring it back at some point on the other one, but at the moment I'm just gonna keep it over here. You can bet Lucy's being watched, says Jackdaw. Yeah, I agree. So this article here is basically saying that they both gone home, and it says that Lucy Law and Brad Hargreaves have flown home to the UK. Now, we were told she flew 2 Saturdays ago. Dad Warren and Mom Debbie and Zach continue to search in Tenerife. They drove into the Airbnb. It's given us a little rundown of what happened. Missing person expert Charlie Hedges has, however, advised that all is not lost, revealing the missing teen could still be alive. This is just ridiculous. If he's managed to sustain himself on rainwater or plants. You couldn't make this shit up, folks. I'm sorry. They would have found him. I know it's a vast range, but you've got drones and everything. There would be something. 2 weeks is too premature to end the search. He could be alive somewhere. The family should not give up hope. So there's a couple of other things I want to cover before we go. Right. There's a lot of people going missing over there. There really is. I've always said that something like, whether the mum's involved, I don't know. I can't help what's in front of my face. And what is in front of my face is the mother acting really, really strange. You know, it's like people can say it's being cruel, but she's acting really, really weird. That's just how it is. You couldn't make this up. Look at this, folks. I'm literally just grabbing some articles up whilst I'm live. Let me just get this up. Right. I know, I'm rainwater. You couldn't make this shit up, could you? Now, this is the dad and the brother. Now, some of these photos of the dad and the brother, they look nothing like them. I am convinced now that some of these photos are not the real people. I was looking at some pictures of the dad the other day, and he looks nothing like him. And the brother, Zach, it's not the same person. I know people are saying, oh, he's put some weight on. I just don't see it. I really don't. The mother seems really bizarre. The dad seems to be overacting to me. So listen to this, folks. Listen to this. Now, there's the brother and the dad, right? Jay Slater's family say that the Euro 2024 final between England and Spain, I can't remember actually reading this, could be the catalyst the mystery needs. Jay went missing nearly 4 weeks ago in Tenerife. The family, including Dad Warren, brother Zach, and Mom Debbie Duncan, hope England versus Spain in Berlin in Germany tonight in the final will spark a breakthrough in the case, as bars will be flooded with potential witnesses. You couldn't make this shit up, guys. Like, what are they on about? They're just talking about anything now. It doesn't make any. How can the final? How could the Euro final in Germany, in a different country? You couldn't make it up, could you? So there's so many articles here that are coming through, and then I'll read you an update from Ali. So they're hinting at it now. Can you see? This is the mainstream media that they're hinting at it. They're dropping little snippets of information. The police are pursuing 3 bombshell leads amid hope he's alive. Okay. Can you see what they're doing with this? Spanish police are now set to pursue 3 bombshell leads after a source in Tenerife told The Sun the case is very much open, with all scenarios being kept in mind. So you know what that means, don't you? All scenarios, including him hiding. So these 3 bombshell leads, apparently they say that he could be alive in a different part of the Canary Islands, which is what we've been saying. He's not there. He's down south. Oh, Jennifer, darling. Spanish police are now set to pursue at least 3 bombshell leads after a source in Tenerife told The Sun they are very much open, with all scenarios being kept in mind. The Sun revealed that investigators haven't deemed the teen missing feared dead yet. Right, you got to keep catching this. Right, we've got to look between the lines here, and they're giving us little bits of information. This is what I said to you last week. They called the search off, right? And they said they don't believe he's on the mountain, but they believe he's alive. Now, how can he be, if he's alive and he's not on the mountain? Then clearly he's being kept somewhere. Yeah, because the mountain is the mountainous region where he'd be lost. So if he isn't lost, or if he hasn't taken a slip or a tumble, then he's somewhere on purpose. So a source told The Sun, even though the ground search is over, the investigation into where he might be still remains very much open, which is why I believe they searched the Airbnb, because they wanted to find out whether there was any DNA in there that to prove that Jay had ever been there. So it goes on, all scenarios are being kept in mind. The case is very much open and there are still a number of unanswered questions which officers must find answers to. Dad Warren, who is out in the Canaries, warned this week it would take an army 10 years. No, it wouldn't, to search the vast mountainous area. I'm sorry, maybe once, but you've got drones and stuff, you know. I'll scoot on, Penny. Well, Dave, you're welcome in anytime, my friend. You know, I've known you a long time, and I just want to say thanks for popping in. Appreciate you, bud. So they're saying it will take an army of 10 years. As a family, we need to ask the British authorities to help. He's a British citizen. Get Interpol involved. And there is actually, I haven't, no, but Ali might have. I just don't have the time to do any of this. Apparently he does, yeah. Hello, Scorpion. Well, we're told that Lucy May knew booked that apartment in the mountain. Yeah. So we were told that Lucy had had that apartment in the mountains a few weeks before because she even reviewed it. That's what I'm talking about. There's so many things I want to get out, but I wanted to focus tonight on this call and the rumours that Jay is alive. But there are so many other little avenues I want to talk about, which was the review that she did. Who's the other mystery man? Why did Brad not mention the phone call until he spoke to that what's-her-face off this morning? But they say the dad's saying 10 years, take an army 10 years. I'm sorry, but the technology they've got now, the drones, the sniffer dogs, the helicopters, you'd see something. And let's not forget that they have webcams on that area, and there's people sat there watching webcams 24/7. So let's not forget that as well. Right. So at the moment, it's just us. We haven't got a team. But you had a team. And this is what I don't get. You took the money out from the GoFundMe before the search had ended. I still can't get my head around that. To bring over, that was Debbie's words, family and friends. That's what they said. Family and friends. Before the search ended. And I said at the time, you should not have touched that money. They should not have tapped into that money, the GoFundMe, until the search had ended and there's nothing. And then you then move on and you start paying people. Right. So some of these articles in here, you may or may not have read. This is from like a week ago. Glenn Duncan, who is the brother of Jay's mom, joined the search. So he's come over on his free holiday, who has been missing this was almost 3 weeks at the time. Jay's uncle, so I'm presuming is that him? I don't know. He doesn't look like he's related to him. He looks like Moroccan or something. Interesting. So he's saying that I'm not on social media or anything, so I can just block it out. It's the world we live in. If he's gone on a trail like a path like this, he's got lost there or fallen down, I think he would have been found by now. I agree. I've been thinking third-party involvement from the start. There's just some things that have already been out there. Why would two lads hire a villa up here? They're down on the strip. You know what it's like down there. There's millions of apartments and hotels down there in Los Cristianos and Las Americas. Straight away, that's just suspicious in itself. Then apparently one who has been found came out and said he arrived alive and left alive. That line in itself is suspicious. He's right. The fact he has come out and said all his mates have left him and he had nowhere to go. He has 10 minutes from his apartment. He's not stupid. If he didn't have a room key, he would have gone to reception for a replacement. He went on. I don't know what the police are taking seriously. I don't know if they're following up every single lead. I feel like marching down there myself and bursting into the police station. What are they actually doing now? I mean, they're not searching with the helicopter, are they? Are they going door to door? Are they sitting there looking at CCTV? He also questioned why the 2 Airbnb men were ruled irrelevant by Spanish cops so early on. I know why, because they'll be paying the cops. I think that's blatantly obvious. He'll be paying the cops. It's a massive letdown. It's one of them two. You don't want to give them a hammering. I can't step on their toes. And there's another article here. I'm just catching up on some of these articles. This is from a week ago. And this is that Mark William Thomas has insisted his theories about Jay being caught up in criminal activity are based on fact. Now, all of us were called conspiracy theorists when we first spoke about this. Now, he's admitting that this is all true. There are links to criminal activity. There's a few other things I want to bring to you, but I'm going to leave it there because there's just so much. There's so much going on with this case. So tonight, my main concern was bringing that call, which I think is very, very strange. You guys seem to mostly be believing it, not all, but mostly. So, Ali, can I read out your update before we go that you gave me earlier? I'm just going to wait. The only update I was going to give you, nothing about you, what you've been through. You said to me yesterday, just a quickie. Yeah, thank you. This is what Ali said to me. I seen it last night. Just a minute ago, I received written confirmation. This is what Ali said, and this is why I posted it. I probably will, Alan Edge, yeah. I received a minute ago written confirmation that Jay is alive, and I shall have photos to prove by Monday at the latest. Good news for everyone, I should imagine. I'm just seeing. Right. During at 1 period, I'm awaiting contact with the news, but it was supposed to be here by Friday night. Although I passed on what came in yesterday, I'm not a fan of all the white noise. I strive for actual evidence. But we do, though, have it all now. So there you go. Now, I've been seeing, let me just quickly get something up. One sec before we go. Give me a tick, folks. Just bear with me. I bet I can't find it now. Because there was some photos. I don't think I can find them now. There were photos of Jay just from last week. There was photos. Now, I was waiting for confirmation that these were actually taken last week. But I actually seen photos. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, Ali. But there was photos of him. And it was definitely him sat there laughing with his mates. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see whether that's real or not. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. Let me get as much stuff as I can together. And I'll do another stream. Tonight's stream was that call. I really wanted to listen to it with you. But that was my main concern. Right, I've just found one article before we go. This is interesting. The beach video, I don't think it's real. I really do. I think it's just too obvious. That's why I've not paid it any attention. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Good night, Space Cat. Before we go, look at this. I agree, Justine. Right. Now, this was from the 13th. God, I can't believe it's my birthday in a few days. I'll be live on my birthday, guys. I'm not sure what yet, but I will be live on my birthday. And the 17th, I'm going to be 21 again for the millionth time. I don't know if it's those photos. I wonder if it's the same ones. Anyway, look at this photo. This is an interesting article, and I'm just going to link it. This is in the Manchester Evening News. Let me just put the link in so people can go and check it out themselves. Finola, I think if they are involved, right, if it's a big if, why isn't that posted properly? What's that about? It's not posted it properly. How strange. Right. I don't feel the parents are involved from the start, if that's the case, but I do think that they could be knowing now what's going on. So let me just read this to you, okay? So Jay left the Airbnb on foot, but neighbours say they don't think he's nearby. Yeah, I do every year, yeah. 42nd, 44 more like. I'm going to be 44. I can't believe it. 1980 I was born. Oh my God, Lily, really? Yeah, I agree, Sharon. From day one, I was promised them by tomorrow at the latest, but they missed Friday deadline. Except for that info, Jay was alive and must ignore the white noise. So I'm going to read this article. So almost 4 weeks have passed since he vanished. It says he'd been invited to the accommodation in the area around the Airbnb that Jay was invited to on the outskirts of a village called Masker. There is a small number of homes. They include some living off a stairway. What? Living off a stairway which leads down to a deep ravine with views of the search scene above. Locals include Irene and her partner Manolo. They told the Manchester Evening News why they believe Jay was not in the local area. Manolo thinks Jay isn't here because many people have looked for him, loads of police units. If he were here, we would have spotted him. See, that's what I've been saying. I know it's a big area, but there would have been something, a local, a helicopter, a drone, one of the dogs. Oh my, yours is the same day as mine. Ah, is it? I forgot that then. Oh, darling, how exciting. If he was here, the crows would have spotted him because as soon as they spot a dead animal like a goat or something, the crows are on top of it. Hi, Devon. What a strange thing to say. Hi, Nanny, love. If by the second or third day, if he was supposedly gone willing, not dead, the crows would have found him straight away, but we haven't seen them around here. The couple also spoke of their fears that something strange has happened here to make the Lancashire teenager leave the Airbnb on foot rather than wait for a bus. There is a bus stop immediately outside. Now, some information that Ali shared with me a couple of weeks ago now is that the owner of the Airbnb, is it there? Really, Amanda? Are so many cancers in the house? It's the mayor, one of the mayor, the ex-mayor, who's apparently corrupt, owns it. I need to give you the exact details, but Ali knows. So this is what the locals, they really don't think that he's there, which is exactly what we've been saying all along. Do not believe he's there. Now, this came out today. Again, I'm just getting you the latest. Sorry, no, yet 2 days ago. Chilling new theory, he may be alive after boarding a yacht. Can you now see the mainstream media are doing these little things, right? They are dropping in little snippets, little Easter eggs. Hi, Selena, that you could be alive. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Charlotte. They did say that, and I've got photos. There's no doorbell. There's loads of stuff. Yes, Saskia, it was the 9th. All these cancers in the house. So a new theory states he could have gone to a nearby jetty. Now, this is what I've been saying. He could have gone on a boat. A new Jay Slater theory has emerged, which suggests the 19-year-old may have boarded a yacht in Tenerife. The teenager is understood to have attended a rave at Papagayo nightclub the night before. He left the club with 2 British men, boy, if you want to call them British, to head to their Airbnb. Jay left the Airbnb on Monday. Again, I don't believe this is true. This is just hearsay. There's no concrete evidence he was ever there, is there? A new theory speculates that Jay's phone could have been thrown into bushes. He could have made his way down to the nearby Los Gignates cliffs via a safe route to a nearby jetty, it is claimed. Jay may have boarded a weighted boat and skipped the island, the theory adds. Local tour guide Tammy told the Mail there is a well-known trodden path from Masca near the Airbnb where Jay stayed, which leads to a secluded beach. A 14-foot yacht was recorded sailing past Masca Beach around the time of Jay's disappearance, is it reported. The boat mysteriously then vanished from electronic charts. The Mail reports, which is an unusual event, guys. So there was a very bizarre yacht that vanished off the radar. Interesting. Local teams speculate Jay left the main road in the direction of the cliffs in the belief that it was a shortcut to the coast. Spanish police focused their 2-week search on the ravines. So the police have not called off the search. So many people keep saying that the police are done with it, you know, no one's bothered. No, they're just not searching the mountains anymore. So there's another one here, revelation as Tenerife rave waitress speaks out. So now we've actually got one of the workers come forward. The waitress says that missing Jay looked unwell at a nightclub and was given free water. The search for 19-year-old continues. In the clip, Jay's attire appears identical to what he was last seen wearing, a grey sports top featuring a light green stripe across shoulders, coupled with a black bag. Look, the infamous black bag that we've seen them wearing. An employee at the nightclub has now spoken of her memories of Jay. She told The Sun, I remembered Jay because he was unstable on his feet. I gave him some water for free as he didn't look well. I remembered him. My boyfriend called me in the morning and said he were missing. I recognised his picture straight away. I feel so sad. It feels very close to home as I am his age as well. I feel so much for his family. Jay left the club and they keep repeating that when there's no actual, you know, how do we know he was ever there? What gives us that information? Lucy, for one, right? Okay, Lucy. Number 2, one of the mystery men. So this was yesterday. A heartbreaking statement to mark 1 month. Well, it's 4 weeks, isn't it? She's issued a statement. Let me just see what she said. We cannot put into words the heartache we are suffering. Jay is a typical young man, loves life with a bright future ahead of him. This month will mark the end of the 3-year apprenticeship with the world at his feet. He's loved by everyone and has a close bond with his family and friends. As a family, we would like to thank the public for their continued support and well wishes. We would also like to thank LBT Global. Anyone know what that is? LBT Global, the British Embassy, and the police for all they are doing to support us. Who's LBT Global? They thanked them first before the police. Yes, Bridget. Anyone know what that is? We'd also like to say that we are aware of the awful comments and conspiracy theories that are filling social media. These theories are hindering the people trying to... How are they? They're all factual. They're factual. He was involved. He was convicted. He did laugh. He did laugh at when he was in court. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bex, my love. Live British. Thank you. He's a loving brother, nephew, grandson, friend, cousin. The family appeals to anyone who holds any vital information to contact LBT Global. So they're not Interpol then. Okay. Right, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Again, there's so much stuff going on that there's some photos I've been sent of him apparently over there on holiday. But tonight, my main thing was listening to that call. I don't know what to make of it. I was 99% it was fake. That has now gone up to a 50-50, I think. It does come across, doesn't it, folks, as, I don't know, genuine. Am I being too nice? What do you reckon? Let me know. If you're watching on the replay, thanks for watching. Big up the replay crew. Thank you for all the likes tonight. 307 likes. I appreciate that, guys. Lets me know you're enjoying the content. And we're going to go now. We're going to end this. I will be live. I've had to keep putting my Curious News back because there's so much going on. I will bring you up to date with this case. I'll do a live stream where we'll get the whole thing because there's so many things I need to put together. Ali is going to be in touch with me with her information. And I want to grab everything I can from all the groups and any articles. Oh, really, Bridget? Oh, you too, Finola, and you're so cute. It does, doesn't it, Lily? I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. Anyway, I do love the Curious News, Elaine, but there's been so much going on with the Trump assassination attempt as well. That's got my head scratching. I think we need to do a news show, don't we? Because there's also the body in a suitcase. Now, that one I haven't even started picking apart yet. Take care, Samantha. Thank you, darling. Yeah, it really hit me today, this bug thing. I felt awful today. I really did. Anyway, that's enough of me moaning. Have a lovely gutted England lost, but then I don't know. They took the knee and I lost all interest. Friend definitely mocked and laughed in court. Yeah, exactly. That's just a fact. Exactly, Mara. The regular news is curious enough. So if you want me to, I will cover the body in a suitcase. I will get as much information as I can, and I'll gather articles and take care of information, and then I will bring you all the latest if that's what you want me to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one. Lots of love. God bless. Bye. Bye, Wendy, love.